Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, from Murray State University in Murray, Kentucky. Today for a doubleheader for the Vol State Pioneers versus the Rend Lake Warriors. As you see on your screen, head coaches Jim McGuire for the Pioneers and Chris Modelmog for the Warriors, meeting with the two umpires for today's game. It is great to be with you on a beautiful afternoon for doubleheader action, 2 7-inning ball games featuring two junior college teams. The Pioneers out of the Region 7 Division 1, 10 teams in the state of Tennessee, and the Rend Lake Warriors in Region 24 of Division 1, coming off of a 25-31 record last year. And this is Coach Chris Modelmog's first year back with the Rend Lake Warriors after being the head coach for 3 years from 2001-2003. So Tim Reese here in the press box at Johnny Reagan Field, right next to the Murray State Football Stadium. So a nice venue right here. A artificial turf home plate and walk-up area from the dugout. Everything else is natural turf. Let's go ahead and give you the starting lineups. First for the Rend Lake Warriors, leading off playing center field, Ryan St. Ledger. Batting second, the designated hitter, or one of two designated hitters, Ethan Hamrick. Batting third, playing second base, Ryan Trokey. And batting fourth, playing first base, Donson Moraine. Playing shortstop and batting fifth, Will Henson. Blake Templeton will bat sixth and play third base for the Warriors today in left field. Number 5, Ty Baruman. And batting eighth, Cade Gibson. He'll be behind the plate. Daniel Donaldson Fountain will be playing right field and bat ninth. And the 10 hitter, as both teams will be hitting 10, is extra hitter Colby Guy. And on the mound for the visiting Warriors in game one, right-handed pitcher Matthew Ray. And now the starting lineups for the home team in game one, the Pioneers of Volunteer State. Leading off playing center field, Jake Burris. Batting second and playing left field, Jacob Messer. And to round out the three outfielders with the first name starting with J, Jace Mizell. Batting third, playing right field, Landon Godsey will be the cleanup hitter for the Pioneers, and he will play first base. Carter Vrabel, the designated hitter, batting fifth. Ethan Huddleston will be at shortstop, and he will bat sixth. Hunter Searcy, the other extra hitter, be batting seventh. Caleb Hawkins behind the plate, batting eighth. And the number 9 hole hitter, Landon Luderman, playing third base. Matt Hall will hit 10th and play second base and on the mound for his second start in 4 games for the Pioneers. Transfer from, golly, I keep getting it confused, from Cleveland State and Chattanooga State. Tanner Bumbelow from Cleveland State. He's hometown of Nashville, Tennessee. Went to Overton High School, and he will be on the mound for the Pioneers to face these Rend Lake Warriors. Got a few folks. I know the Mizell family, who's within an hour range, considers this a home game, and they are here, as well as I would think that the Braden Vineyard family from right up the road in Paducah, Kentucky, would be here as well. Bright, sunshiny day here in Murray, Kentucky. Murray State football is away today, so not a whole lot of folks on campus. I think there is a girls' softball game going on right behind us and up the hill a little bit. The football stadium is just on the other side of the first base dugout. And main road coming into Murray, Kentucky, is out in right center field as you see the Pioneers taking the field. Defensive alignment will be Jacob Messer in left, Jake Burris in center, Jace Mizell in right field, Landon Luderman at third base, Ethan Huddleston at shortstop, Matt Hall at second base, and Landon Godsey. He'll be playing first base. Behind the plate, Caleb Hawkins catching Tanner Bumbelow on the mound. Bumbelow has started game one against the Cumberland junior varsity team. Back a little over a week ago, he went 2 innings, walked 1, struck out 3. As a two-way player, he got into game 3 against the Knights the other night, went 2 for 2, had an RBI and a walk. Tanner is in his second year out of high school. Went to Cleveland State, as I said, and then ended up transferring this fall here to Vol State. 52 members of the Pioneers on the roster. Traveled with, I think, 38 players, 37 or 38 players up here to Murray, Kentucky for the doubleheader. We'll be back in action at home on Tuesday night at Pioneer Field on the campus of Vol State to play the Old Hickory Baseball Club. And then next weekend, a week from today, Vol State will play Dyersburg State at Lipscomb University at 3 o'clock. And then on Sunday, the 25th of September, Vol State will play Motlow State again at Lipscomb University. So there'll be several ball games next weekend at Lipscomb University. The Pioneers come in with a 3-0 record. I believe Rend Lake has played a couple games in the fall, but they don't show their wins or losses online, and I didn't get a chance to ask Coach Modelmog before the game, as we had a short little reunion. It's been, I think, since about 2001 since I've seen Chris. He was a 4-year coach at Belmont University, which is my alma mater, and as Malone Smith is our field manager today, one of the grad assistant coaches here at Murray State, comes in to turn the music off, and we are set for action here. The first pitch from Bumbelow misses outside. We are underway at 12:58, getting started early. Second pitch is grounded to Matt Hall at second base. He picks on the second hop, throws over to first to retire Ryan Ledger. We're out number 1 here in the top of the first inning. I believe that's exactly how the game against the Knights started. No, it started with a ground ball, but it was back to the pitcher. Ethan Hamrick, the DH, steps into the box, hitting from the left side. Fastball misses low and inside. Ethan Hamrick, a freshman, 6 foot, 180-pound infielder from Mount Zion, Illinois. I believe that's just a suburb of Chicago. Breaking pitch waved at. Tried to hold up, looks like, and just could not. Bumbelow comes inside again. 2 balls and a strike to Ethan Hamrick. On deck, the second baseman, Ryan Trokey, a second-year player for Rend Lake. Fastball in there for a called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Bumbelow had 3 strikeouts in 2 innings in game 1. And another wave and a miss for strike 3. Out, second out of the inning, recorded by the strikeout for Tanner Bumbalow. Bumbalow, 6'1", 195-pound redshirt freshman. Nashville, Tennessee, Overton High School, and he faces right-handed hitting Ryan Trokey. Breaking pitch gets in there, called strike one. Trokey, a sophomore, 5'11", 170 pounds from Marion, Illinois, played in 10 games last year for the Rend Lake Warriors and lines out to Ethan Huddleston at shortstop. So 3 up, 3 down for the Warriors. We're going to the bottom of the first. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Moving to the bottom of the first inning, Pioneers will come to the plate to face Matthew Ray, right-handed pitcher from Murray, Kentucky, right here. Hometown boy, 6'5", 195-pound freshman. Starting game one of the doubleheader, and he will face Jake Burris, Jacob Messer, and Jace Mizell, the 3 J's. Outfielder, center field, left and right for the Pioneers. Jacob Burris swings at the first pitch. Couple hopper up the middle, fielded behind second base. And the throw from Will Henson pulls Donson Moraine off the base. So Burris will reach on an error. Nice hop that Henson got, but trying to throw on the run, and the throw pulled Moraine off the base. So Jake Burris swinging at the first pitch that he saw from Matthew Ray. Another first pitch swinging Jacob Messer fouls the ball down to the Rend Lake bullpen. That's picked up by a left-hander who's looking like he's getting ready. Lucas Littoral down in the bullpen. Not sure if Coach Model Mogg will send a pitcher an inning out there. Very well may. Breaking pitch to Messer in there for called strike 2. Jacob Messer, a third-year player here for Coach McGuire from Memphis, Tennessee, Memphis University School. 6 foot, 205-pounder. He pops a ball down the left field line, and it will fall safely to the ground in foul territory. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Messer has played in Game 1 and Game 3 of the fall so far. 2 for 4. Couple RBIs, 3 walks, a throw over to first base. Burris back in time. Jake Burris from Grove City, Ohio, also in his 3rd year as a Pioneer. 2nd year playing for Coach McGuire. Bluff steal by Burris. He stays put, and the breaking pitch stays high. No scoreboard operating here at the field today. There's a ground ball to first. Moraine on one hop throws a second for the force. Nobody is at first base. Ball hits off of Jacob Messer. Pitcher Matthew Ray over there to back it up. So Messer decides he should stay at first base, and that was a good decision. So fielder's choice puts Messer at first and puts Burris on the bench. It brings to the plate Jace Mizell, basically a home game here for Jace, just like the spring game that was played at Shawnee. Jace Mizell from nearby Metropolis, Illinois, killing the ball this fall so far. Jace has a home run, 3 doubles, 5 RBIs, 2 sliders, it appears, is going low and outside. Blocked nicely by catcher Cade Gibson. Mizell is 5 for 6. Throw over to first base. Messer back in safely. Count goes 3 balls, no strikes to Jace Mizell. Matthew Ray must have got a scouting report on Jace, and he doesn't want to give him anything to hit. He gives him one there. Mizell takes it on the outside corner. Mizell played in 39 games in the spring, had 37 hits, 10 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, 36 RBIs. 3-1 pitch is fouled off and over the screen. Brings us to our first full count of the ball game. This full count brought to you by Framework Athletics. Framework Athletics located at 104B Jessica Lauren Court in Hendersonville, Tennessee. They train baseball and softball over there. Runner goes, pitch is outside, ball 4. So Messer can ease on into second base. As Mizell takes a walk with 1 out. That's runners at first and second. It brings to the plate first baseman Landon Godsey from Indianapolis, Indiana. Sophomore for the Pioneers. Fastball misses outside. Godsey has been more of a target than a hitter in the 3 games that he's played. He does swing at that one. It pops that one up. It should be playable. Donson Moraine over in foul territory makes the grab for out number 2. Hello to the Godsey family. I didn't mention them last game. Suzanne had emailed in, and I didn't get a chance to look at my email. So hello to Paul and Suzanne Godsey if they're listening again. Carter Vrabel swings at the first pitch. 3rd batter in the inning to do so. Carter been in the DH role so far this fall, having A little bit of an arm issue. There's a breaking pitch that misses high. Carter looking for his first hit of the fall. In the game against the Knights the other night, he was hit and he walked, scored 2 runs. Sees another breaking pitch high, 2 balls and a strike. I don't have a scoreboard operator to lean on now. I have to make sure I see every pitch. Hopefully the umpire will be throwing up his fingers on a more regular basis without a scoreboard. There's a tapper back to the pitcher. Excuse me, swing. Actually, I think Carter was trying to get out of the way. And Ray throws to first base to record the out. So the Pioneers got 2 runners on, but could not move anybody across the plate. So after 1, Rend Lake 0, Vol State 0. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Tim Reese back on the campus of Murray State University here in Murray, Kentucky, about 2 hours away from Gallatin, Tennessee, the home of the Volunteer State Pioneers. And we move to the top of the second inning. Tanner Bumbelow still on the mound for the Pioneers. He will face 4, 5, and 6, and first pitch he delivers to Donsa Moraine is a breaking pitch over for a called strike. Fastball gets yanked outside. I'm sorry. And that is a strike. Pressing the wrong buttons here. 1 ball, 1 strike to the first baseman, who pops it up to his counterpart, first baseman Landon Gotze, who makes the catch just in foul territory. Round number 1. Donson Moraine, 6'2", 230-pound sophomore from Conyers, Georgia. He's one of 9 players on the Rend Lake roster who's back from last year. Played in 11 games. Stepping to the plate, shortstop Will Henson. Fastball goes high. Henson is 6'2", 185-pound sophomore from Chicago, Illinois. Not sure where he was last year, but he was not on the Rend Lake roster. Breaking pitch misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes to the shortstop for the Warriors. 83 degrees at game time. Felt like 84. 2-0 pitch swung on and fouled straight back. Field looks great here on Johnny Reagan. Malone, is it Johnny Reagan or Johnny Regan? Reagan, okay, just like the president. He's acting as a sports information director right now. Swing and a miss. And the on-deck batter thought that was 3. Blake Templeton was already walking up to the plate. There's a line drive to third baseman Landon Luderman. So 2 balls have been hit hard so far in the first 5 batters, but They've been hit right at the shortstop and the third baseman. So 5 up, 5 down so far for Tanner Bumbleau, and he'll face third baseman Blake Templeton. Hey, that's another line drive right at Matt Hall, who the base umpire says hit the ground, but I think Matt thought he caught it, but throws on to first base to retire Blake Templeton. And Tanner Bumbleau with very successful outing here, as that will probably be the end of the day for Tanner. So 6 up and 6 down for the transfer from Cleveland State. Still no score. Here, the Warriors and the Pioneers just getting started. Doubleheader action, 2 7-inning ball games scheduled for today. We'll be right back after this short break. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Matthew Ray back on the mound for the Warriors to face 6, 7, and 8 in the Pioneers lineup. Ethan Huddleston, shortstop, will lead off. No runs, no hits for either squad to this point. Huddleston in his last at-bat up against the Knights hit a 2-run home run, takes a swing at the first offering from Ray. Comes up empty. Huddleston from Gallatin, Tennessee. Hometown boy there, Vol State. Breaking pitch misses high. Third-year player for the Pioneers, was injured a lot of last year. Only played 12 games. There's a ground ball to hole at shortstop. Henson comes up with a strong arm and gets Huddleston at first base by a step. Third baseman Blake Templeton actually flashed right in front of Henson. Thought that was going to be a screen basically set, but Henson was able to focus on the ball, got it in his glove, made a strong throw over to Moraine at first base to retire Ethan Huddleston. Brings to the plate the second extra hitter, or another designated hitter, Hunter Searcy. Pitch nearly clips him. Ball 1. Ray gets a strike called. Searcy, 6 foot, 185 pound sophomore from Louisville, Kentucky. He's having a good fall as well. 3 for 5 with 2 doubles. RBI. Breaking pitch misses outside. Count goes 3 balls, 1 strike. Searcy, the son of Larry and Doty, who were in attendance at the ball game the other night. Didn't get a chance to talk to them, but saw him, waved hello, and talked to Hunter. And I knew there was somebody else that was with him, but since I was already on the air on the broadcast, I couldn't really concentrate on all that. But he said that was Nana from Linden, Kentucky that was here in attendance. And he will take a 1-out walk. Brings it to plate catcher Caleb Hawkins, who swings at the first pitch and gets a ground ball past third baseman Blake Templeton into left field. Picked up by Ty Baruman. back into the infield. So the first hit of the ball game for either team collected by Caleb Hawkins. Swinging at that first pitch. We'll bring to the plate Landon Luderman, the third baseman. First pitch swinging again down that left field line, just foul. Landon didn't take 3 steps out of the box. Must have known that was going foul from the jump. But so second walk by Ray, and a single down the third base line puts runners at first and second again for the Pioneers. That ball gets in the dirt. It gets back to the backstop, and both runners will move up 90 feet. So Cersei down at third base. Caleb Hawkins at second. Luderman with a base hit, possibly drive in 2 runs. On deck, Matt Hall, 10th batter in the lineup. Luderman, another ball in the dirt. Blocked this time by Cade Gibson. Luderman, the only true freshman in the starting lineup for second-year coach Jim McGuire, and he hits a line drive base hit up the middle, just past the diving Ryan Trokey, and that will drive in 2 runs. Landon Luderman can hit the ball, and he smoked that ball. Of course, second base was playing in a little bit, but I think he actually probably wouldn't have had as good a chance if he had been playing farther back, because he would not have been playing up the middle. So 2 runs in for the Pioneers here in the bottom of the second inning. Back-to-back base hits. First pitch to Hall, misses high. Luderman down at first base from Knoxville, Tennessee. Hall looks at called strike. Attended Knoxville Catholic, son of Daniel and Shannon Luderman. Matt Hall from Lexington, Kentucky, and there will be a balk called, as I'm guessing Ray must have got a cleat, a spike caught in the dirt. So no pitch to the batter, and Luderman moves on down to second base. Base hit into left field from Matt Hall. Luderman will be held at third as Baruman gets the ball back into the infield. That'll put runners at first and third. Back-to-back-to-back hits. And out of the dugout will come head coach Chris Modelmog. He's riding solo here as he does not have an assistant coach with him. He told me, I'm not sure where his assistant coach, or I'm not sure even have the name of it. It's not on their website, as I checked earlier. So that is his pitching coach, who's not in attendance. Chris has gone out. They had some bus troubles coming to the ball game today. He was telling me that actually a couple of guys on the bus, a couple of his players, he said, good thing they're mechanically minded. They were able to fix the bus after someone who was just passing the bus by said, hey, you got antifreeze leaking. There's a drive by Jake Burris in left center field. That will get down and in the gap. 1 run will score. Matt Hall is being waved home. There will not be a play at the plate. Jake Burris with a stand-up 2-run double. The Pioneers lead 4-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Jake Burris going to be one of the players that Coach McGuire will rely on heavily this year. Along with this young man, I think Jacob Messer is going to get a extended look to nail down that left field position this year. Got 20 ABs last year. Takes a hack, and that pitch fouls it back to the screen. Messer playing left field today. Got in 15 games last year, in the spring, 20 at-bats, 6 hits. Starts to go. There's a ball in the dirt. Burris, a very aggressive runner, will take off and head to third base and be in there sliding. That will be counted as a wild pitch. 4 hits in a row for the Pioneers. There's a ground ball to second with 1 out. That will drive in a run, so a productive out for Jacob Messer will drive in Jacob Burris from third base. So the wild pitch does hurt Matthew Ray. And 5 runs in the inning. So nobody on. Jace Mizell up at the plate. Pitch just misses outside. One 0 pitch. Mizell started to go, tried to stop, but could not hold up. Player had a great year last year, and again, another one of the players that Coach McGuire will be looking to for clutch hits and leadership. Last year, he was primarily the designated hitter. This year, looks like if he stays healthy, he'll be in that right field spot. Something about Matthew Ray's pitch right that he's thrown to him twice already is confusing Mizell as he checks his swing again. 2 outs, 5 runs in, and there's a breaking pitch for a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Nice pitch by Ray to get out of the inning, but 5 runs on 4 hits for the Pioneers. After 2, 5-0, Vol State leads. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. They have a Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for the Pioneers. On in relief of Tanner Bumbleau here in the top of the third inning. Freshman Devin Thrain, 6 foot, 180-pound left-handed pitcher from Summit High School, hometown of Thompson Station, Tennessee, just south of Nashville, Williamson County, a general studies major, the son of Patrick and Michelle Thrain, and the grandson of Nani in Massachusetts and Grammy and Grandpa also in Massachusetts. Devin Thrain, another two-way player for the Pioneers. Rain pitched in game 2 of the Cumberland JV game. Through 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, which were earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and a home run. He also got in the game against the Knights the other day in center field, went 0 for 1, scored a run and walked. Thrain will face 7, 8, and 9. First pitch misses somewhere. And as I'll continue to joke with Devin Thrain until he gets that haircut, we'll see what the over-under is on how many times that hat falls off today. I'm guessing 5, as it nearly comes off as he gets a swing and a miss from Ty Baruman, the left fielder for the Warriors. Another second-year player, got in 4 games last year. Did not register a hit in 5 official plate appearances. And there's one. Devin, very athletic, throws left, bats right. All-around athlete. Something off speed there, swing and a miss. Count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes to the 7th hitter in the lineup for Rend Lake. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. It nearly hits Baruman there. Count goes full, a Framework Athletics full count. Framework Athletics owned by Zach Duke and Ryan McDuffie. One of them was a 15-year major league pitcher. Swing and a miss. Down goes Baruman for out number 1 here in the top of the 3rd inning. Tanner Bumbelow, 2 innings, faced the minimum, 6 batters, did not give up a hit, struck out 1. With 1 out, Cade Gibson steps at the plate, swings at the first pitch he sees, flies it out to Jace Mizell in right field, who makes the grab for out number 2. Gibson also one of the returning players to Rend Lake, played in 12 games. He's from right here in Murray, Kentucky. Brings to the plate left-handed hitting Daniel Donaldson Fountain. Playing right field, Rend Lake. And he will attempt to drop down a bunt, but will miss the pitch. He was out of the box before the ball came across the plate. The 0-1 line down the right field line, but foul into an empty bullpen. Count goes no balls, 2 strikes to the 9-hole hitter. Batting 10 today as the 10th batter, Colby Guy, an extra hitter, is on deck. So lefty on lefty matchup with Thrain. Ball in the dirt. Or in the turf, as you should say, I guess I should say. Artificial turf is the brown area that you see. It says racers on the back end. Anything that's green is actually grass. Brown is artificial turf. 0-2 popped up into shallow center field. Out goes Matt Hall, and in comes Jake Burris. He'll make the grab. 9 up, 9 down for the Warriors. 5-0. Vol State still leads. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Rend Lake goes to the bullpen as well. Bring on left-handed throwing Lucas Literal. 6'5", 170-pound freshman from Paintsville, Kentucky. On in relief of Matthew Ray. Another 6'5" pitcher on the mound. That's 2 in a row for Rend Lake. Not sure. I think Vol State probably has 2 players, maybe 6'4" or 5". I know Caleb Pika, Logan Kimberlin. It shows 6'4". Caleb Pika is 6'6". Both of those pitchers are injured right now, not on this trip. And I believe Game 2 starter John Tomlinson he's listed at 6'3". I thought he was 6'4". Still tall. Literal will face Landon Godsey, who popped out to first base. His first plate appearance. First pitch to Godsey misses. Ball 1. Swing and a miss. Godsey in the spring, his freshman year, played in 17 games. Hit .366, 2 home runs, 1 big home run. He'll remember probably a long time is up at Walter State, one of the top teams in the country, as he smoked one to dead center field up there in a ball game. Pitch whispered out the outside corner. Called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the catcher / first baseman. He was the backup catcher last year. Breaking pitch misses. Bring us to a Framework Athletics full count. Baseball, softball training, former major league, minor league pitchers, and college pitchers and position players as Godsey looks at ball 4. The first batter that Lucas Literal faces gets on via a free pass. Brings to the plate Carter Vrabel, who had a check swing ground ball back to the pitcher to end the first inning. Pitch misses away. Vrabel, 6'3", 210-pound redshirt sophomore. Father Ryan, high school in Nashville, Tennessee. Son of Mike and Jennifer Vrabel. Started his college career at Wabash Valley. Transferred last year to Vol State. Count goes 3-0. Vrabel led the team in RBIs and home runs last year. Hit .250. Played third base. He's at the 3-0 pitch. He gets his first hit of the fall. He drops one out in right center field, and it will go all the way to the wall. See if Vrabel will try to go to third, stumbling, fumbling around second base. And he will try to dive in there. He stumbled coming around second base, and then it looked like a sniper got him. He just could not gain control, but a double drives in a run. That is a bad feeling, folks. I've had that a number of times. That bring to the plate with 1 out, Ethan Huddleston swings and misses at the first pitch he sees. High fastball. So Landon Godsey scores on the RBI. Definitely the right call to go for 3 on that. Huddleston looks at a breaking pitch for called strike 2. But it looked like he just didn't get second base in the right spot and started tripping over that. There was a pitch right there. Looked like the catcher, Cade Gibson, might have been expecting something else. Started to go down to a knee, and Like the pitch was a pretty good one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Huddleston tried to check a swing, could not on another breaking ball inside. Huddleston now 0 for 2 on the day. First strikeout for Literal. With 2 outs, Hunter Searcy steps to the plate. Swing and a miss. First pitch. Didn't look like it was going down into the dirt. But it got away from the catcher as though it did. Another swing and a miss. Breaking pitch. Looking unhittable right now. Fastball high and away. Walk, a double into right center field by Carter Vrabel. Drives in Godsey, but Vrabel thrown out, trying to stretch it into a triple after falling down between second and third. I think he thought about going back to second base, but decided to see if the throw was going to get over Blake Templeton, but it did not. Swing and a miss on a breaking pitch. Down goes Searcy. 2 consecutive strikeouts for Literal. Retires the Pioneers 1 run on 1 hit. No errors. Nobody left on base. After 3, the Pioneers lead 6-0. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for the Pioneers. Brings on sidearm right-hander Landon Tucker to follow up Devin Thrain. Tucker, a sophomore here at Vol State, 5'9", 165-pound right-handed pitcher from LaGrange, Georgia. Criminal justice major, the son of Hank and Christy Tucker. He is on as the third pitcher for the Pioneers. Will pitch the top of the 4th inning and face 10-1-2 for the Rend Lake Warriors. First pitch hitting is Colby Guy, and he hits one to dead center. It will hit one hop the wall. Guy will hold up at second base as the throw comes into third base by Jake Burris. That ball just kept going and going and going. First hit of the ball game for the Rend Lake Warriors. 400 feet to dead center. 330 down the lines and 375 in the alleys. Runner now at second base is leadoff batter Ryan St. Ledger steps to the plate. He grounded out to second to lead off the game. Bunt laid down. Catcher Caleb Hawkins will come out, field, and throw down to first base. A nice play by Hawkins. It's a sacrifice bunt. Is laid down by Ryan St. Ledger. May have been one of those. Going to lay one down to move a guy across, but I'd like to get a base hit. So with one out and a runner now at third base. Ethan Hamrick steps to the plate. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it off to the left side. I'll go over toward the entrance. Looks like it falls into the grass area. One of the Pioneers players will come out, probably one of the pitchers maybe throwing in game 2. Nope. Reserve outfielder Ethan here will be on that ball. And there's a line drive in the left field. It will get down in front of Jacob Messer. Second hit of the ball game and the first run for the Warriors. Hamrick, RBI single in the left field. Probably have some Rend Lake Warrior fans watching and listening today. Glad to have you here on the Vol State Sports Network. Landon Tucker delivery swung on as the runner was heading down to second base. He will return to first. Count goes no balls, one strike to Ryan Trokey, who lined out to Ethan Huddleston at shortstop to end the first inning. Trokey, a sophomore returner for Coach Modelmog, who's down at third base. Breaking pitch swung on, delayed steal, throw to second base, and the tag eludes the runner, or vice versa. Pitch called a strike. Delayed steal by Hamrick, but he gets in and avoids the tag. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. A runner in scoring position. Fouled off to the screen. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Donson Moraine, cleanup hitter for the Warriors, grabs the ball at the warning track behind home plate. Ryan Trokey, not a large young man. It says 5'11", 170, and it's the pick play at second base, and he is out on the daylight play that Coach McGuire and the team has been working on. So I didn't even have him at second base, did I, on that stolen base? Sorry about that, folks. Operator error, and I am the operator. So 2 outs now here in the top of the first. 1 run in on 2 hits. Tucker comes set. Another breaking pitch fouled off to the right side. That will get over the head of the fans that are sitting in the shade, that either sitting on the grass step area or they brought their own lawn chairs. They've apparently been here before and know the setup. So not a big bleacher area, but on behind first and third base dugouts. Good bit of grass area. You can just sit on the grass. The ball tapped down to third base. Luderman comes in and picks and throws. That's a do or die play right there, as Luderman picked it fairly cleanly enough to then get it to his throwing hand. Made a nice throw on the run to retire Trokey and retire the Warriors, who scored 1 run on 2 hits. 6-1, Vol State leads. Take a quick break. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Moving to the bottom of the fourth inning, Tim Reese here on the campus of Murray State University, where the Rend Lake Warriors and the Volunteer State Pioneers are playing a doubleheader. Would assume that Murray State and maybe some other four-year schools might be here to check out the players for recruiting purposes. At least I know that's what the Ball State and Rend Lake players and coaches are hoping. I think they have these setups around. And Lucas Literal back out on the mound. He gets Caleb Hawkins to swing and miss at the breaking pitch that he offers. And it's the first pitch here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Caleb Hawkins, third year out of high school as he swings and misses again. His second year here with the Pioneers from Stewart's Creek High School. 0-2, grounded foul. Coach McGuire will move out of the way as he is down at third base coaching. Hawkins, 6'2", 190-pound redshirt sophomore from Smyrna, Tennessee. Attended both Wabash Valley and Dyersburg in his freshman year, transferred last year. Was the starting catcher for Coach McGuire. Hawkins played in 35 games, hit .299 for the season. 6 home runs, and he drives a ball to deep left center field there. Back goes the center fielder, and that ball is gone. Right next to the light pole for a solo shot for Caleb Hawkins. His first long ball of the fall. So he will touch helmets with Landon Luderman and Matt Hall. It's on a 1-2 pitch. Caleb Hawkins circles the bases. Luderman swings at the first pitch. It disappears when he gets to the plate. Landon had a 2 RBI single off of Matthew Ray in his first at-bat. Runners were at second and third. He had a hard shot up the middle. He swings and misses. Again, goes down, no balls, 2 strikes. Pioneers have had runners on in every inning. Breaking pitch just over the glove of Literal, and shortstop picks, and this time makes an accurate throw to first base to retire Luderman for out number 1. Will Henson, second play in the infield here in this game. Matt Hall stepping to the plate. Singled in his first plate appearance. Drove in a run. Well, that is not true. He did not drive in a run. I was looking at the wrong dot. Two balls, 1 strike now to Matt Hall. 1 run in, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the fourth inning, scheduled for 7. Breaking pitch misses right at his toes. Literal in his second inning of work. Looks like he'll go 2 and give way. That ball is popped up out to right field and a little farther than a pop as that drives Donaldson Fountain back into right center field, but he gets under it for out number 2. Appeared as though it was just going to be a little lazy fly ball, but kept drifting back. That will bring to the plate Jake Burris, who's 1 for 2, has reached both times he's been on. Reached on an error and a double. Drove in 2 runs. Burris hit .331 this past spring for the Pioneers. Played left field, played in 44 of the 45 games, I believe. Or no, how many games they play? 48, I believe. There's a breaking pitch that gets over the plate. Called strike. Led the team in hits with 49 and 14 doubles, 26 walks. Also led the team at .331, which was second to Josh Griffin, who hit .338 and is now departed for Trevecca Nazarene University in Nashville, who Pioneers will see later on this fall. Matter of fact, in just a little less than a month, October 15th. 3-1 pitch, swung on and fouled straight back. Framework Athletics, full count. Ryan McDuffie, one of the co-owners there of Framework Athletics, also owns, along with his wife Lindsay, the CrossFit Hendersonville, which they are right next to each other, Framework Athletics and CrossFit. Burris reaches for the third time. He draws a full count walk, second walk of the contest for Lucas Littoral, now face left-handed hitting Jacob Messer. First he'll throw over to first base. Practicing a move, Messer 0 for 2 with an RBI ground out in his last at-bat. Fastball in the inside corner, called strike one. Jacob Messer, 6 hits in the spring, 1 double and 1 home run. I believe that was against Wabash Valley. There's another breaking pitch that gets in for called strike 2. Messer, the son of Dr. Timothy Messer in Memphis and Dr. Andrea Smith, also in Memphis. Breaking pitch low and outside, blocked nicely by Cade Gibson. Bright sunshine here in Murray, Kentucky today. Literal checks at first, throws another breaking pitch, says home plate umpire that Jacob Messer went around. And that will be strike 3 and out number 3 for the Pioneers. But 1 run on 1 hit, the big hit from Caleb Hawkins. A leadoff home run, which gave Vol State the 7-1 lead. So after 4, 3 to go, you're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Tim Reese back at Murray State, where the Pioneers have another Summit Concrete call to the bullpen. Will Trapp, third-year pitcher for the Pioneers, out on the mound for his inning of work. 6'1", 155-pound left-hander, redshirt sophomore from Stewart's Creek High School. Smyrna, Tennessee is his hometown. He is also a criminal justice major. So we have the 2 law enforcement officers back-to-back, Landon Tucker and Will Trapp. He is the son of Charles Trapp, who lives down in the Keys in Florida, and Jamie Reimer in Smyrna, Tennessee. Trapp pitched, I think, 1 inning in the spring. As he will face 4, 5, and 6 in the Rend Lake lineup. First pitch swinging is Donson Moraine. Fly ball out to right field. Jace Mizell continues to drift back toward the warning track, but catches it about 5 steps in front for out number 1. Moraine now 0 for 2. He's popped out the first and now flew out to right field. It brings it to plate Will Henson, the shortstop, who lined out. I believe it was the first pitch he saw to Landon Luderman at third base. That pitch misses inside. Another pitch misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Will Trapp got in 2 games in this past spring. Ended up being saddled with a loss through 1 inning. Did not give up a hit in either appearance, but did walk a couple batters. I believe he also hit a few batters. He's now gone 3 balls, no strikes to Henson. There's a pitch right down the can for strike 1. Nobody on, 1 out. Now there's a runner on. As Trapp walks Henson. It's the first walk for the Pioneers pitching today. Tanner Bumblow, Devin Thrain, and Landon Tucker pitched the first 4 innings. Did not give up a walk or a hit batter. Trapp now faces third baseman Blake Templeton. Fastball high and outside. No changes in the defensive lineup to this point for Coach McGuire's squad. Henson leads off of first base. Trapp delivers home in the dirt, blocked by Hawkins. Templeton grounded out to second base to end the second inning. From Fort Collins, Colorado, the hometown for the last whole bunch of years for Chris Modelmog. I'm sure he brought him along to Rend Lake, as he is Coach Modelmog selling his sporting goods store in Fort Collins, Colorado, getting back into the coaching business after being out since 2012. 3 balls, no strikes now to the Fort Collins, Colorado native Blake Templeton. Strike called on the inside corner. I would hope that Blake Templeton's happy about that. He wants to stand up there and hit. Coach Modelmog last coached at Ouachita Baptist in Arkansas, where he completed 4 years. The runner goes on the 3-1 pitch, throw down to second base, but it's ball 4 on the batter. And the throw from Hawkins nearly clipped Will Trapp, who was trying to become dirt there on the mound. So back-to-back walks with 1 out. And out of the dugout will come pitching coach Braden Kale. First year with the Pioneers. He comes from Austin Peay State University just hired in August after Ross Spurgeon, last year's pitching coach and assistant coach for first-year coach then, Jim McGuire, left to go to Bellarmine. Coach Kale, Kail, was the pitching coach with the Stanton Braves in the Valley Baseball League this past summer, and last spring was a volunteer assistant at Austin Peay State University. Was a graduate manager at Charleston Southern University, where he finished his playing career in 2021. Pitched 3 of the 4 years at California University of Pennsylvania. Now the pitching coach for head coach Jim McGuire, who's in his 35th year of coaching. Will Trapp gets a swing and a miss. After the visit from Coach Kale, Ty Baruman struck out to start the top of the third inning. Second-year player from Edwardsville, Illinois. Trapp looks back at second, yanks the pitch a little bit, throw down to second base, and got another guy. No, just back in time. A little nonchalant there by Will Henson at second base. Hawkins with a strong throw down to Ethan Huddleston at second base. A very quick tag by Huddleston, but the base umpire says he got back in time. So runners at first and second, 1 out, 1-1 count on the batter. Swing, and a ball pops out of Hawkins' mitt. Not fouled. Not sure what happened there, but be ruled a pass ball. At least in my scorebook it is. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. And runners move up. Both now in scoring position with 1 out. 7-1, Pioneers lead in the top of the 5th inning, scheduled for 7 innings. Doubleheader. Off-speed pitch misses down low. Trapp looking for a strikeout. Looks back at second and delivers the pitch, fouled straight back. Ty Baruman played 4 games for Rend Lake last year. Drew 1 walk, struck out 4 times. Did not collect a hit. 2-2 pitch coming. Swing and a miss, and down goes Baruman on a late swing. It's a breaking pitch by Will Trapp. And just at the last second, the ball was almost by Baruman when he decided to swing. So 2 outs now for the Pioneers. Cade Gibson, the catcher, steps to the plate. He flew out to Mizell in right field in the 3rd inning. Swing and a miss. Trapp looking to get out of the inning without giving up a run. Jake Burris playing fairly deep in center field. Definitely not shallow. Off-speed pitch down low. Mizell playing about medium depth. Messer a little bit deeper in left field with the right-handed hitting Cade Gibson. Gibson played in 12 games in the spring, had 23 official at-bats, went 4 for 23. Fastball misses high, 2 balls and a strike to the Warriors catcher. One of his 4 hits was a double. had 4 RBIs in the spring. They lost a huge part of their roster from last year. There's a ground ball down to first base. Godsey stays down on it. Will take it himself. And Will Trapp wiggles out of the 5th inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors. 2 runners left on base. Pioneers will come into the bat in the bottom of the 5th inning. 7-1 lead. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. New pitcher on for the Warriors. Number 32, right-hander Jacob Dilday. 6'1", 170-pound freshman from Hopkinsville, Kentucky. On in relief of Lucas Littoral, who went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. They were earned 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 1 home run, a solo shot by Caleb Hawkins in the bottom of the 4th inning. So Coach Modelmong has gone freshman against the Pioneers. So far, Coach McGuire has gone redshirt freshman transfer, true freshman, and sophomore, redshirt sophomore on the mound. So leading off for the Pioneers, 3, 4, and 5, Jace Mizell puts a charge in 1, and there's a ball to the wall by Jace Mizell as he thinks about heading to third base, but he will pull in at second with, yes, another double. That is the 4th double in 3 games for Jace Mizell from Metropolis, Illinois, with several folks in the stands that have blood relation with the young man. And there he goes. All right. Grandpa's standing up right now, right in front of the press box. I didn't hear him yell really loud, though. So, runner at second base brings up Landon Godsey. First pitch Jace Mizell sees from Jacob Dilday, lines to the wall in left field. Got by Ty Baruman out there. Fastball right across the letters there for Landon Godsey. He decided to let that one go by. Jace Mizell now 1 for 2 with a walk and a double. Godsey looking to drive in a run here, and he swings and fouls the ball just over the screen behind home plate. Now down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And I'll put my email address up there. If you want to join the show, I'll try to check my email. Let me know who you are, where you're listening from, who you're rooting for as the son of Paul and Suzanne Godsey, fouls another ball over toward the football stadium. Fine young man they have here at Vol State, 6 foot, 190 pounds, sophomore, Southport High School education major, and he looks at a pitch that I thought was fixing to be called strike 3, but umpire said no. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Godsey with Jace Mizell leading off second base. Another foul ball into the football stadium off to our right. Landon, the older brother to Nick Godsey, grandson of Grandma and Grandpa in Terre Haute and Mama in Newcastle, Indiana. Just missed a little high on looked like maybe a slider. Brings us to a Framework Athletics full count. Contact Ryan McDuffie at ryan@frameworkathletics.net. Ball 4. Puts runners at first and second for Carter Vrabel coming to the plate. He doubled to right center field in his last plate appearance. Was thrown out at third after he had stumbled coming around second base. Took a spill between second and third, was pretty much in no man's land. He will swing and drive a ball, and that looks like it's way out of here over the scoreboard. And a bat flip by Carter Vrabel at first base coach's box. That'll be a 3-run dinger for Carter Vrabel, who's getting healthy here in game 1 of the doubleheader against Rend Lake. A 3-run home run off of Jacob Dilday. So a double and a home run for Carter Vrabel. That was a no-doubter. Ethan Huddleston steps into the plate. Looks at the first pitch from Dilday outside, ball 1. Vrabel knew he got all of that one. A little harder to see up here in the press box, but I think after a little while you could figure it out. But sounded pretty good from here. Over the scoreboard here at Johnny Reagan Field. Swing and a miss on a 2-0 pitch. Huddleston 0 for 2, looking for his first base hit of the ball game. Flies ball up out the right field. Donaldson Fountain over. He'll make the grab for out number 1. Huddleston has been 2 for 3 in each of the 2 games that he's played in. Has scored 4 runs. Has 3 RBIs. He's had an excellent start to his fall campaign as well. In steps Hunter Searcy, who's also had a good start. First pitch from Dilday outside of the zone. Fly ball to center field, and back goes Ryan St. Ledger. But he will pull up several steps in front of the warning track and make the grab for out number 2. So 2 flyouts after a double walk and a home run. Pioneers now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Caleb Hawkins to the plate. He also homered. A solo shot to lead off the 4th inning. We're here in the bottom of the 5th, scheduled for 7, 10-1, Vol State. Putting it to Rend Lake. First pitch to Hawkins looked like either a slider or a two-seamer, had a little bit of a cut to it, called strike one. Hawkins 2 for 2, 2 runs scored. Look at a pitch down low. Swing and a miss by the Stewart's Creeker. Last year there was 5 guys from one high school. One has since moved on and 4 have returned. Caleb Hawkins, one who stayed, along with Will Trapp, who just finished the top of the 5th inning. Maddox Liebrick, there's a ball drilled out to center field. St. Ledger will not be able to get to that one. A diving attempt goes to the wall. Caleb Hawkins throws the helmet off, and he will go into third base, Pete Rose style, head first, just like his little brother, Braden Vineyard, did the other night. Caleb's looked probably a little bit smoother than Braden's did the other night. Braden said, that hurt. I said that you did a Pete Rose dive into third base, but actually Pete Rose actually got air when he dives into a base. So a triple into the right center field gap, and it brings to the plate Landon Luderman, who fouls the first pitch he sees. Off to the left side. Luderman 1 for 2. 2 RBIs and a run scored. He hits a ground ball to second base. Ryan Trokey up with it over to Moraine at first, and that will retire the side. But the Pioneers score 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors, 1 runner left on base. And after 5 complete, Ball State leads 10-1. You're listening to the Ball State Sports Network. Moving to the top of the 6th inning, we have a Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for the Pioneers. Number 47, Parker White, 6'1", 205-pound freshman left-hander from Knoxville, Tennessee, attended Knoxville West High School, is on in relief. Here in the 6th inning, he will get, typically coaches giving 1 inning apiece after the starter goes 2. The third left-handed pitcher to throw for the Pioneers today. Parker has pitched an inning in the 2nd game of against Cumberland Junior Varsity. An inning, only gave up 1 walk. No hits, no runs, no strikeouts. He is on for his 2nd appearance of the fall. He will face 9, 10, and 1 for the Warriors of Rend Lake. Parker, a true freshman. Defense just the same as it's been for the start of the game. Jacob Messer in left, Jake Burris in center, Jace Mizell in right, Landon Luderman at third, Ethan Huddleston at short, Matt Hall at second, Landon Gotze at first, and behind the plate, the man who's 3 for 3 today, a single, triple, and a home run, Caleb Hawkins. First pitch swinging, Daniel Donaldson Fountain comes up empty on the first pitch he sees. So he's gone lefty on lefty. Faced Devin Thrain, the left-handed thrower, and here he gets plunked on the helmet. He bent his knees to try to get out of the way of that breaking pitch, but did not move that melon out of the way and ended up getting hit on top of the helmet. First hit batter of the ball game for either team. That brings up Colby Guy, who stroked one over the center fielder Jake Burris's head for a double to lead off the fourth inning. Ended up scoring on a base hit. Pitch ends up low. Ball one. Colby Guy, a true freshman from Barrie, Ontario. 6'2", 200-pound first baseman. He's an extra hitter today. Throw over by Parker White. I don't know about the pronunciation. Barrie. I guess that could be Barry. I didn't take French in school, so I'm not that familiar with a French pronunciation of a city name. Strike called to the white blonde hair flowing out of the back of that helmet. Bats left, throws right. Ten to 1. Ball State has scored in every inning except the first inning, and they had 2 runners left on base there. Breaking pitch misses outside, 2 balls and a strike. They've had runners on in every inning of the Pioneers. It took till inning number 4 till this young man right here, Colby Guy, the 10th batter in the lineup, to get a base runner and get a hit. There goes the runner. Throw down to second base is in the dirt, not handled by Huddleston. Stolen base for Donaldson Fountain. Pitch called a ball. 3 balls and a strike on the batter. So that's 2 stolen bases on the day for the Warriors. Colby Guy with a 3-1 pitch, and here comes ball 4 from Parker White. He has now hit the first batter and walked batter number 2, which does not make Coach McGuire or Coach Kale happy. Brings to the plate leadoff batter Ryan St. Ledger, center fielder. Grounded out and hit a sacrifice bunt. Pinch running number 23, Luke Bullins, Bullins, at first base for Guy. Pitch swung on and driven down the left field line. It will land fair. That'll be extra bases off the wall. Jacob Messer picks it up. 1 run will score on a stand-up double. By Ryan St. Ledger. So the free passes have come back to bite Parker White. Runners now at second and third and nobody out. RBI double by Ryan St. Ledger. He's now 1 for 2. Brings to the plate Ethan Hamrick, who singled and drove in the first run of the game. 1 for 2. Left-handed hitter. Parker White misses with a breaking pitch. The third hit of the contest for the Warriors. St. Ledger has one now. Hamrick, who's at the plate, has one. Pops the ball up, and that will get out of play into the grass-seated area. One hop play made by the fan sitting up on the upper level. Hamrick from Mount Zion, Illinois. He drops down a bunt, pops it up, and it will get over off of the brick wall right next to Coach McGuire in the third base dugout. It's at least the third player in the lineup who's either dropped a bunt down or attempted to drop a bunt. Brian St. Ledger down 6-0 at a sacrifice bunt that he bunted right between the catcher and the pitcher. Caleb Hawkins ended up coming out, fielding it, throwing him out at first base. Line drive right up the middle past Parker White. That'll get into center field. One run will score. Jake Burris comes up throwing, and it will be short of the plate. So a 2-run single. By Ethan Hamrick. And a tough inning for Parker White. Just gets harder. Ryan Trokey stepping to the plate. 0 for 2 on the day. Lined out and grounded out. So 3 runs are in the inning. No outs. Off the end of the bat into the first base dugout as Trokey was just a little bit ahead of that one. A hit batter to lead off the inning, and then a walk, a double, and a single. Plated 3 runs. There's another single in the left field, falls right in front of Jacob Messer in left field. So 3 hits in a row for the Rend Lake Warriors. Puts runners at first and second. And out of the dugout comes Coach Braden Kale. He wants to try to settle his young freshman Parker White down a little bit. Coach McGuire will walk out to the home plate umpire, hand him a couple baseballs. Donson Moraine stepping to the plate, the cleanup hitter for Rend Lake. A returning player, one of the 9 returners on the roster for Coach Chris Modelmog. Coach actually played here. Chris Modelmog played here at Murray State and then was a grad assistant, finished in 1994. Grad assistant coach from 1994 to 1997, then moved on to my alma mater at Belmont, where I met him in 1997. He coached for Dave Jarvis, who also came from here at Murray State. I believe Coach Jarvis was an assistant coach when he came over to Belmont in 1997 to take the place of the legendary Coach Dave Witten, who was my head coach. First pitch by Parker White misses to Moraine. Coach Monomog was assistant coach for Belmont for 4 years until he took his first head coaching job, and that was at Rend Lake, 2001 to 2003. Moved on a couple different jobs before he got out of coaching into the sporting goods business. White misses again. 2 balls, no strikes to the young man out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Parker White, a general studies major, son of Paul White and Carrie Myers. There's a ground ball up the middle and just past the glove of White. On his throw is to third base. Landon Luderman ends up picking it out of the dirt. 1 run scores, but an out is recorded at third base. It's an RBI single. Makes the score 10-5. And an assist by Jake Burris. We had 9 on the season this past spring. Had to have led all JUCO in assists. So Ethan Hamrick scores on the play, and that brings to the plate Will Henson, who has lined out and walked. Throw over to first base, gets by Landon Godsey. That will go down the right field line. A pinch runner at first base. The throw goes to third base. Says he's safe. As the throw comes in from Godsey, as Wendell Perry is in to pinch run for Donson Moraine. He gets into third base on the errant throw by Parker White. Runner now at third base with 1 out. Fastball misses up. One-zero pitch to Will Henson. He tried to check a swing. Could not. Ball was down in the dirt. Hawkins was able to snag it to keep Perry at third base. Perry from Villa Rica, Georgia. 6 foot, 185-pound freshman. Four runs in. Strike called on the inside corner. Four straight hits. After a hit batter, a walk, then a double, single, single, single. There's a high fly ball into shallow left field. Jacob Mercer will come over to make the play, and the runner comes home. The throw will not get there in time. So a sacrifice fly by Will Henson drives in Wendell Perry for the 5th run of the inning. Makes the score 10-6. Jake Burris out in center field couldn't even see it. He had to pull away from it. So 2 outs, nobody on. Brings to the plate Blake Templeton, the third baseman for Rend Lake. Breaking pitch misses high and away. Parker White not having the appearance he had hoped when he woke up this morning. There's a foul ball straight back. one error in the inning. That was a failed pickoff over at first base. There's a called strike. Ended up putting pinch runner Wendell Perry on third base. So right now, that's an unearned run. There's a drive out to left field. That'll get over Jacob Messer's head, and that will get to the wall. 2 hops at the base of the wall. Messer will pick it up and get it back in the infield. So a 2-out double. It probably now makes that run earned. The 5th hit in the inning, and that will do it for Parker White. Head coach Jim McGuire will come out, and we'll have a Summit Concrete call to the bullpen. Looks like Chase Birdwell will come out and start his inning of relief a little bit early. The redshirt sophomore from Lebanon, Tennessee, will come on in relief of Parker White. Chase, a two-way player, pitcher, and a middle infielder. Birdwell, 6 foot, 200-pound redshirt sophomore, physical therapy major at Vol State, the son of Deanna and Troy Rogers, and the big brother to Riley, Reese, Raylan, and Mackenzie. Grandson of Nana and Gandy in Gallatin, Tennessee, and Gigi and Paul in Lebanon. Summit Concrete is a contracting company in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, owned by Chuck Akers, a former player at MTSU for Coach Jim McGuire. They are a leading concrete contract company established in 2015. They serve greater metro Nashville. And the reason they are the call to the bullpen is because last fall they remodeled the bullpens there at Pioneer Field at the Tim Garrett Baseball Complex and did a fantastic job. Website is summitconcretetn.com. Telephone number 615-295-4547. We thank Chuck Akers and Summit Concrete for their support of Vol State Pioneer Baseball. If you'd like to become a supporter, a financial supporter, get a hold of Jim McGuire, Athletic Director Bobby Hudson. Or you can send me an email as the first pitch from Birdwell gets away from Hawkins. Runner moves up to third base. See if I got any emails here. There's one, Dave Holbrook saying go Vols. I believe Dave Holbrook means go Pioneers. I don't think he's talking about the University of Tennessee in Knoxville. And Connie McDaniel watching from Grove City, Ohio. Roger and Connie, grandparents of center fielder Jake Burris. They are always present when we broadcast. Pitch by Birdwell, misses to Ty Baruman. Birdwell on relief. Parker White to pop up just in foul territory. Landon Godsey will make the play over there at first base for out number 3. So a rough inning for the Pioneers as as Rend Lake scores 5 runs on 5 hits. There was 1 error and 1 runner left on base. So after 5.5, Vol State leads 10-6. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Tim Reese back on the campus of Murray State University, where the Rend Lake Warriors are taking on the Volunteer State Pioneers in the doubleheader here in Murray, Kentucky. And the Rend Lake Warriors sending out a new left-hander, freshman, 6 foot, 190-pound Tim Kanzler from Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Jacob Dilday goes 1 inning. He's up 3 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, no strikeouts. First pitch to Matt Hall as he fakes to lay down a bunt. Pitch misses, ball 1. Matt Hall 1 for 2. He fouls the ball off his foot or lower leg. It goes out toward Tim Kanzler, but count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. So I didn't read all of the email there from Dave Holbrook. Said go Vols, but he and Sherry Burris, mother of Jake Burris, apparently Jake is a birthday boy today. I didn't hear anybody sing happy birthday on the bus coming up here, but 21 years old. Happy birthday to Jake Burris. Count goes 3-1 on Matt Hall. There's a line drive into left center field. That will get down for a base hit. Matt Hall now 2 for 3 here in game 1. Looks like Donson Moraine has re-entered the game at first base after being pinch run for. Let's see if there's any other defensive changes. Not as easy to see as they're facing you as they are when they turn around. You see their number. Speaking of the birthday boy, in the batter's box, he steps. Apparently, the home plate umpire did not know it's its birthday and he called a strike on a questionable pitch on the outside corner. That pitch misses high. Jake reached on an error in the first inning, doubled and scored in the second, and walked in the fourth. Been on all 3 times he's been to the plate. Hall goes on the throw, nearly hits the pitcher, but Matt Hall in with a head-first slide, called safe at second base. Time is called. Matt Hall still down on a knee. Not sure if he's got an injury or if there's a problem with the second base bag. It does not appear to be the second base bag, but it appears to be Matt Hall. And he's coming off the field. He's not limping. He did go in head first, so I'm wondering if it's a hand issue. But out of the dugout will come Tyler Holsworth, who will replace Matt Hall. At second base. Tyler Holsworth wears number 1. Jake Burris with a 2-1 count. Now as a runner in scoring position. Ball goes down low in the dirt. Burris now looking at a 3-1 count. So the stolen base attributed to Matt Hall. Tyler Holsworth comes in, pinch runner at second base from Norcross, Georgia. Attended Greater Atlanta Christian School. There's Jake Burris, lifts one high and deep to left field. Back goes Ty Baruman, and that ball is gone. The birthday boy gets a dinger here at Murray State University. 3-1 pitch. Jake Burris lifts out of here to left field. That is 4 RBIs on the day for Jake Burris, a double and a home run. Tyler Holsworth didn't have to run hard to score that run. Jake Burris cleared the bases. Gets 2 of those runs back. We're scoring in the top of the 6th. Brings to the plate Jacob Messer. First pitch he sees is outside of the zone, ball 1. 3 home runs on the day so far for the Pioneers. Jacob Messer's a strong young man. He could ride one out of here, too, without any problem. Swings a fouls the ball straight back. There's a drive out to right field. That turns right fielder around, and that will one-hop the wall. Misplayed out there at second base, and Messer will continue on to third. A throw in is cut off by the shortstop. That will be a double and an error on right fielder Donaldson Fountain. Messer was going to stop at second, but saw the ball misplayed. As Donaldson Fountain totally turned around on that line drive. Over his head, that ball was smashed. Jace Mizell steps to the plate, and speaking of it, smashing the ball, he hit a double to left center field last time he came out. And out of the dugout now will come Chris Modelmog. Got somebody that was warming up in the bullpen. Looks like whoever it was is starting to head toward the field. So whoever it is thinking he's probably in the game. But Modelmog out there to talk to his pitcher, young Tim Kanzler. And he does take the baseball from Tim Kanzler. So a 1-0 count to Jace Mizell will be inherited by the new pitcher, and we'll find out who it is and tell you about him after this short break. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Bishop Woods on in relief for Rend Lake here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bishop Woods, 6'4", 240-pound sophomore from Carrollton, Georgia. On in relief of Tim Kanzler here, who threw to 3 batters, gave up a single, a home run, and a double. And threw 1 pitch to Jace Mizell. So the count is 1 ball, no strikes to the Pioneers right fielder, who is 1 for 2 on the day. Walked and struck out looking, but doubled the lead off the 5th inning. So a runner at third base, that's Jacob Messer, who just doubled and reached third on An error by the right fielder. It's 2 errors so far on Rend Lake. 1 error for the Pioneers. 1-0 pitch from Woods. Misses. Inside. 2 balls, no strikes now to Jace Mizell. Woods comes to the stretch, and Mizell delivers a ground ball backhanded by second baseman Ryan Trokey. Trokey looked like he was running off the field. That's out number 1. An RBI for Jace Mizell. Drives in Messer. 13-6. That run will be charged to Tim Kanzler. He will finish with 3 runs, and they were earned. Bishop Woods comes in and gets a ground out for the first out. And now Landon Godsey, who's walked and scored in his last 2 plate appearances, steps to the plate with nobody on. And the human target has been the human anti-magnet today, as pitchers can't throw strikes. There's a strike delivered, and he smashes the ball right up the middle for a single. So after Jace Mizell drives in a run with a ground out, nice play by Trokey on a backhand, Landon Godsey steps up and starts the hit parade once again. 4 hits now in the inning. That'll bring up Carter Vrabel, who's doubled and homered. 4 RBIs. First pitch to Vrabel misses. He hit a ball way out of here just an inning ago over the top of the scoreboard in left center field, a no-doubter. And takes a swing at a high fastball, comes up empty. Vrabel, the designated hitter here in game 1. Grounded out, then doubled to right center field and a homer to left, a 3-run shot. There's a tapper back to the pitcher who fumbles a ball and then picks and throws over to first base. On the play, Godsey moves down to second base. So 2 outs now in the inning. And a runner in scoring position brings up Ethan Huddleston, who's looking for his first hit of the day. It's grounded out, struck out, and flied out to right field. First pitch misses inside. Of course, I'm sure Huddleston has to cringe a little bit as his season was ended last year with a fastball that came high and inside. There's a line drive to right field. It'll be right at Donaldson Fountain for out number 3. Huddleston hit on the wrist, and that ended his season last year early. But a productive inning for the Pioneers as they score 3 runs on 4 hits. There was 1 error and 1 runner left on base. After 6 complete, we're going to the top of the 7th inning. The game scheduled for 7. Pioneers lead 13-6. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for the Pioneers brings on Brett Dowling to pitch the top of the 7th inning. 6'1", 190-pound freshman from Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Attended Green Hill High School last year, and he is on for his second appearance of the year. He threw in Game 1 of the Cumberland JV doubleheader, pitched an inning, struck out 3 batters. He actually struck out a batter, and on a wild pitch, that batter reached. Also, a batter reached on an error, so he did pitch with 2 runners on base after striking out the first 2 batters looking in that game, and he also pitched the 7th inning. So looks like Coach McGuire might be grooming Brett Dowling to be the closer for the Pioneers. And this young man throws the ball hard, no question about it. And his pitching coach from high school last year is one of the assistant coaches that I have on my fall league team with the Full Count Ministry High School Fall League, Jerry Bell. And so he knows Brett Dowling well, and he will deliver the first pitch to Cade Gibson, who fouls that ball down the right field line. Dowling quickly gets ahead here in the top of the 7th inning. Going to play 2 today. There's a strike called. Tyler Holsworth has gone in at second base for Matt Hall, who came off after a headfirst slide into second base on a steal. So Holsworth now at second, and Brett Dowling, it's a swing and a foul ball that apparently caught a piece of Caleb Hawkins, so the home plate umpire will hand deliver the ball out to Brett Dowling to give Hawkins a little bit of a breather. It's something that over the last several years has happened a lot more of, as both catchers and umpires taking care of each other on foul tips. Swing and a miss, and Brett Dowling gets his 4th strikeout of the year. First strikeout of the day. Brings up right fielder Daniel Fountain Donaldson. Flew out and hit by a pitch right off the top of his helmet. That fastball misses high and away. Donaldson Fountain from Tallahassee, Florida, a long way from home. 6'1", 175-pound freshman. Dowling, after throwing 4 straight strikes to Gibson, now gone 2-0 on the left-handed hitting. Donaldson Fountain has a hyphenated last name. Daniel's his first name, and on the lineup card, I thought it said DK. There's a strike called. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Alex Qualls also watching the broadcast. Another called strike. AQ. Alex says he doesn't like the email. Swing and a miss. Brett Dowling has retired the first 2 on strikes here in the top of the 7th inning. As I said, in the first game that he pitched against the Cumberland JV, he got the first 2 looking, and then ended up getting 3rd ground ball, but error was made by a shortstop, and then after a wild pitch on a strikeout, ended up retiring the last batter via a ground out. Stepping to the plate now, Colby Guy back in the ball game after he was pinch ran for in the 6th. Swings, fouls the ball off of Caleb Hawkins' glove. Ethan Hamrick, who's 2 batters down in the order, comes out to retrieve that foul ball. Fastball down in the turf. Blocked nicely by Caleb Hawkins. Just practicing there, though, with only 1 strike and nobody on. 2 balls, 1 strike to Colby Guy. I'll go 3-1. Guy doubled center field in the 4th and walked and has scored 2 of the 6 runs. Batting down there in that number 10 spot as an extra hitter. 13-6. Fouls that one off. Brings us to a Framework Athletics full count. I don't think the Pioneers have gone out there to work out yet at Framework. Probably do that in the winter and maybe in the spring, maybe January. Get some inside hitting. There's a fastball rung up on the inside corner. Brett Dowling strikes out the side. This one looking to complete his 1 inning here in fine fashion. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And this ball game, it started at 12:58, ends at 3:09. So a game that takes 2 hours and 11 minutes. Pretty quick game there, honestly, with as many runs that were scored. So I would assume we'll have a 30-minute break and be back for game number 2. Oops, we're going to play the bottom of the 7th. Okay, just like we did last. Apparently they want to. Let's see if I can take that final off of there. Apparently I can't. So let's see if I can go. There we go. Okay, we're going to go to the bottom of the 7th. Pioneers are going to hit to give Bishop Woods some more time on the mound. So this is fall baseball, and it's exactly what happened the other night against the Knights 18U team. So Bishop Woods will face with 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup. Looks like Hunter Searcy is out on deck. Not sure if Caleb Hawkins will come out to hit and Landon Luderman, but Bishop Woods will get a little more work. He pitched to 4 batters in the 6th inning. Good thing I have some white out for my scorebook. I put a big X in the bottom of the 7th inning. Hunter Searcy leads off. First pitch he sees. Inside. Woods came in for Tim Kanzler, who had given up 3 straight hits. Woods got a ground out that drove in a run, but then gave up a single, but then got a ground out and a fly out to end the inning. There's a swing and a miss on a 2-0 pitch by Searcy. He has walked, struck out, and flied out to center field looking for his first hit of the contest. I think he and Ethan Huddleston, the only 2 who don't have hits. There's a ground ball to third. Blake Templeton up with it, throws to first, and Searcy is retired. Caleb Hawkins is stepping to the plate, looking for a double. As a single, a home run, and a triple. Looking for a double to complete the cycle. Scored 2 runs. Driven in 1. There's a swing and a miss. Alex Qualls, I'll send you my number here between games if I remember. He does not like to email, he says. Hopefully there's a few players that did not make the trip that may be listening. And there's a line drive into left field for hit number 4 for Caleb Hawkins. Not quite in the gap to try to take second, but big day for Caleb Hawkins, apparently celebrating Jake Burris's birthday with base knocks. Landon Luderman steps to the plate. First pitch he sees from Woods, low and outside. On deck, Tyler Holsworth, who came in for the injured Matt Hall. Not really sure what happened to him. There's a ground ball, could be 2. Second over to short and on to first. Not in time. 2 outs. Now Luderman replaces Hawkins at first base. The 4-6 fielder's choice. Tyler Holsworth from Norcross, Georgia. Middle infielder, plays shortstop as well. True freshman. First pitch comes inside. Nearly hits him in the chest. Woods comes set. Luderman stays put. Tyler Holsworth, as the pitcher throws his glove, or maybe he's trying to make a stab at it. Shortstop Will Henson grabs and steps on second base to force Luderman at second base. Now that will be the ball game. We'll play 7 complete innings. And that will be the final. So the final stayed 13-6, and it was in 7 innings, but no runs, 1 hit. So the Pioneers collected hits in every inning except for the first inning, and runs in every inning except for the first and the 7th. So the final here after 7, 13-6. Pioneers win game 4, go to 4-0 on the fall. And after a 30-minute break, we'll be back for game number 2. You've been listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Please join me back here in approximately 30 minutes. Thank you for listening.